I was meant to do a rant, but we've only got 15 minutes left, so I'll very quickly do my rant. I was going to make a video on this, and it's about rehoming, and this is pertinent because this guy here, I rehomed, and he cost me 0 pennies. I wanted to pay the man that I got this fish from some money to prove I was a good, upstanding citizen and I was going to look after it, and that it wasn't me just trying to get a free fish. But I rehomed this fish. And I use rehomed in the same breath as rescued. Rehomed / rescued. Someone else had a bit of a disaster. Their fish needed help. It needed to be rehomed / rescued. I had a big tank, so I rescued it. So I took it away and said, I'll give you some refuge for your fish. And the reason I say it like that is because when someone's trying to rehome a fish, they're generally saying, my fish is a problem. This fish is a problem in some way, and I need help. I need a way out of this situation. My fish is too big. My tank is crashed and it's going to die. My fish is killing all my other fish. Whatever it is, my fish is a problem to me in some way, and I need help to get out of it. So they have to ask at that point, oh, someone help me out. Help me with this thing. That's fine. 2 types of people are going to do that. There'll be people like me. No, I'm not even going to frame it like that. There'll be people who genuinely want to help, who can help, who have a big tank, who have an empty tank, who have the space, the capability to look after that fish. And there'll be people who want a free fish. And there might even be a third category. There'll be people who want a free fish but can still house it happily, and there'll be people who want a free fish so as they can flip it and sell it, and have no intention of looking after the welfare of the fish. So to combat these 2 groups here, I don't want to pay because I want to get rid of it, I'm trying to make a profit, I'm going to sell it on, I'm going to do this, that and the other. This whole idea of rehoming fees comes in, which I'm not against. On the face of it, I'm not against a rehoming fee. It whittles out those nefarious people to say, no, I don't want to do it. I just want a free fish because it's cool. So I understand there is a need to put a fee on it to make sure you can do your due diligence almost to make sure your fish is going to go to a good place. I'm not just going to give it away to the first person that comes along and says, yeah, I've got a 7-foot tank, honest gov. Pardon me, you need to make sure. So I get it from that point of view. But I have been added to a lot of Facebook that are called things like Fish Rehoming Northwest, UK Monster Fish Rehoming, Fish and Pred Rehoming, Fish Rehoming such and such. And it seems that 99% of the posts on there it's not rehoming, it's fish selling. And it's fish selling, but I am no longer allowed to call it selling because Facebook will take down the group or ban my post. So I'm just going to call it rehoming. Which in and of itself, you're like, okay, yeah, I can understand that. But one particular group has made a point of throwing their toys out the pram saying, I can't believe everyone's so stupid to not understand that you're meant to provide a fee when you rehome a fish. I can't believe people are wasting my time by asking where I am, and when I tell them how much I want for the fish, I never hear from them again. And I saw half a dozen of these posts and said nothing. And then there was one that was particularly irate about, I'm getting really fed up with these people who don't continue the conversation when you tell them there's a fee involved. And someone else has said, well, what was it you were trying to rehome? I have 20 bristlenose plecos. And all I was asking for was £4 each. And someone else said, well, that's not really rehoming, is it? And they said, of course it is. If you go to Pets at Home and buy a fish, you're rehoming that fish. The people who are on Discord may have seen the start of this rant coming, because that was the bit that got me, because I was like, no, if you go to Pet's Home and buy a fish, you're buying a fish. You're not rehoming a fish. Just because you take it to your home does not mean you're rehoming. Rehoming has a connotation around it to say you're the one who's doing a favour to someone. You're rehoming, you're solving a problem, you're fixing an issue, you're providing an out, you're rehoming. You're not buying. And I understand it's because these people used to sell fish through Facebook that they may have bred themselves legitimately, whatever it might be. But for them to then get pissed off that people are not understanding their secret code of their nefarious ways that they are selling their fish on under the cover of rehoming. No, you're wrong. Stop doing it. You're not allowed to sell fish on Facebook. You can't then expect everyone else to know your secret code that you're using to get around not being allowed to sell fish on Facebook, so you can sell fish on Facebook. Either put up with the flack of the misunderstandings, or make more constant, regular posts about how I'm not really rehoming these, I'm just doing it to get round Facebook's rules. You know, we don't want old Mark Zuckerberg pooping in and going, what's going on in here? Everyone above board? No, you're rehoming. Okay, not selling. No, rehome. Okay, that's fine. No, sod off. Get on eBay. Get on your local fish club. Get on whatever it is, or put up with the misunderstandings constantly, because that is not what rehoming means. And the situation where I see people saying things like, I've got a red-tailed catfish. Seems to have grown too big for my 4-foot aquarium. Need to sort this out ASAP. And this isn't real, but it's this type of thing. And I go along and say, well, I've got a tank that could look after that fish. I can help you out. Okay, £150. What? No, you don't need to pay me. I'll help you out for free. No, you need to pay me £150. What? I need to pay you for being an idiot and not knowing that fish will get far too big for what you... No, I'm not going to reward you for being a moron. Why are we getting these people out of jail constantly? These are not even legitimate sale posts masquerading as rehoming. These are, I don't give a damn about the fish that I've bought. I'm just going to pamp it off on someone else later. That's the really egregious part of this. The people who have bought an Oscar for their 2-foot tank and got surprised that it got too big for their 2-foot tank. There's nothing I can do, I need to get rid of it. Alright, well, I'll take it then. Alright, 20 quid. What? No! I'll take it for free. Or the other ones that are even worse are, this fish has killed almost every other fish in the tank, someone take it for me. Oh, okay then, I've got a big tank, I can take it. I'll separate it. Yeah, 50 quid. But you've got a fish that's killed every other fish in your tank. I'm now going to dedicate a solo tank to this fish. I'm going to dedicate a tenth of my fish room to this one fish that's causing you such massive problems, and you want me to pay you for it? No, you should be paying me to take it. So, I got myself into a couple of conversations, and I was very proud of myself, so I pat myself on the back that I took myself out of the conversations, because it's the universal truth. You can't argue with idiots, because they'll just bring you down to their level and beat you with experience. But if you are a member of any of these Facebook groups, I'm not sure, I can't be convinced that they just need to go away, because they're not what they pretend to be. They're not rescues, they're not... If anything, they're covers for selling fish, they're covers for idiots putting no thought into any fish that they buy, and just thinking it doesn't matter, I'll get rid of them later on Facebook. And that is not something that we should be encouraging. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?